Thank you, thank you. It's great to see such a big crowd. So Lacey asked me to talk about the benefits of oak-growth forest and their conservation. But you already know a lot of them. Because you know that these trees give us clean air to breathe. You know that in a hot summer day you can walk in the forest and it's a lot cooler. It almost feels easier to breathe when you're in there. You also know that if you're having a rough day, you can go for a walk in the woods, and when you come out, you feel a different way. And even though all of these services that the Grove is providing us are non-monetized, it doesn't mean that they're not valuable. In fact, I would say they are invaluable, because these are things that money cannot buy. And back in the day, most of the Ottawa Valley used to look like Gillis Grove. But now, unfortunately, we only have a few patches left of oak-growth forest. It's one of the most endangered ecosystems in the planet. So this is a true gem that you have here. It's very, very special, locally, regionally, and globally. So it's really worth considering. I've seen lots of different forests while doing research all over the world, and they share common attributes. So you can tell a lot about their health by just looking at them. So dying forests or forests that are in bad shape, you can see that, which way is stand here? You can see that they only have old trees. And usually the trees in the periphery of the forest start dying because the environment is harsher at the edge. And then as those trees die, the forest gets smaller and smaller and eventually disappears. On the contrary, healthy forests have trees of all ages and they're constantly trying to expand. But for those forests to expand, the trees need available land, right? The only available land for Gillis Grove to expand and secure its future is in the area that is proposed for housing development. So with the right stewardship, this area could become a frontier for the expansion of Gillis Grove, where young trees could establish, grow, and start producing seed that will eventually replace the old trees that we now have in the forest when they die. So it's critical to have that opportunity for replacement. Without that, the forest will continue to get older and older, and its health will deteriorate. And while these wild trees colonize the area could be enhanced by planting wildflowers, improving the habitat. We could even plant bushes and trees, some of which could produce fruit for the community. This could be a really awesome space for people to get together and share knowledge, produce food. Collaborating with Indigenous stewards, this could be not only a beacon for biodiversity, but also for reconciliation, and a space where, again, the community can come together and strengthen the network and learn from each other, connect, relax, play, whatever you can imagine. That is an absolutely tangible future for this area. Another tangible future is more houses, more pavement, more noise, and eventually a town that will feel more like a suburb without heart than a town with character that people enjoy living in and people enjoy visiting. So it's up to us to decide which kind of future we want. So I urge whoever owns the land to contact the Nature Conservancy and work an agreement to resell the land, because they have done a really good job stewarding the Gillis Grove, and we want the future where the Grove is going to persist for many, many generations, and the community is going to benefit from it. And I also urge the local city council to pass bylaws where any kind of construction is banned in the vicinity of Gills Grove, so that regardless of who owns the land, the grove will persist. And it'll benefit current and future generations alike.
Yes.
At some point, we need to show that we have the maturity to understand that what we do to our environment, we do to ourselves, because we're just part of it. And I thank you all for being here today and showing that maturity. And I think Empire has a bright future ahead of it because of you. So thank you.